I'm joined here today by the one, the only Lindsey VanZandt set to take on Alesha Zappitella at Invicta FC 40. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And how's everything going with quarantine and everything so far? I assume where you're at, things are starting to open up. Life is starting to get a little bit more normal.
Yeah, it is. It still sucks, we're having some problems now with like them letting gyms open. So New York's kind of being rough right now with the gyms. But yeah, we've been making do. Fight camp has still been good. Great training partners and coaches and everything. So
And you mentioned making do, and I believe we see behind you is an exercise bike. I assume during quarantine that must have been very important.
yeah, I have like a whole. I actually moved my bedroom into the living room, and then I put my
Uh,
in my bedroom so I could still lift and train and get my strength and conditioning in. So thank you, Kings of Fitness, for letting me. They let me borrow some equipment and stuff. So like barbells and kettlebells and dumbbells and stuff. So I've been really lucky to be able to keep going with my strength and conditioning and then still programming stuff. And then I in my living room I could put down a 10 by 10 mat. So I've been able to train in my house as well. So figured.
and so, at what point did you anticipate that you were going to have to start moving that stuff to make sure you didn't miss out on your trainings? I assume you had to do that early because otherwise, it was too late.
Yeah, no, I did it right away. It actually hit me when I went to Kings of Fitness to work out, and people were bringing stuff to their car, and I'm like, guys, what's going on? And they're like, well, the gyms are closing tomorrow. Tonight at 8 o'clock, we have to close down. I'm like, what? And I was just trying to get my workout in. I had no clue. So I started.
Yeah.
I didn't even do my workout that night because I was so upset. I was like, "What do you mean gyms are closing?" Like freaking out. They're like, "Yeah, take whatever you want. We got you." And I'm like, "You guys are amazing." So let me borrow some equipment. And yeah, I just put everything in the car. I had a barbell sticking out my window, driving
Yeah.
9, like. But yeah, that's what hit me, and I was like, I gotta prepare for this because I can't live without training. Like, what am I gonna do? So, and then I was gonna move during all this, which I didn't end up doing,
Ah,
obviously. So I got a storage unit, and I put a lot of stuff into the storage unit, and then to have more space, I can move my bed, so I could put mats down and be able to train people as well, so that I have an income as well. And I was lucky to still work at my sister's bakery because they were able to stay open the whole time, and um, everybody's been awesome in the community supporting my sister at Kidwood's Bakery. So yeah, so I've been really lucky that she was able to stay open. And but yeah, these gyms, I feel so bad for them. Precision, all the gyms I train at, stuff like nobody's allowed to be open right now, and it's just really it's hurting all these gym owners. So it really sucks.
of course, it looks like you came in with the right plan. Of course, got the job going, you got the training at home. But the big question though, being a professional athlete, how was the diet? Because I've heard some people put on, I guess it's called the quarantine 15. People eating Cheetos. How'd that go for you?
um, it's a lifestyle for me, so like I don't ever really change. I stay around the same weight all the time. The minute I work out, I'm always 110, 112, So the only time I gain a little weight is when I have an injury and I can't train as much, which I like
Oh yeah.
to because I like to give my body a little bit of break then. So I'll get up like the highest I could ever maintain was 116. Like I was 116 for a solid 3 months, and then the minute I started training again, it just comes right off. So.
And so we found out you're going to be fighting in July, obviously. What was that reaction when I assume, I don't know who it was that called you, maybe your manager, maybe Shannon. Somebody called you, let you know you had this fight coming up. What was your reaction when you got that call?
Yeah, my manager Sean called me and he was like, "Hey, got you a fight." I'm like, "Oh, thank God, I'm dying."
Yeah.
But no, I was really excited because they have a lot of fighters on their roster, and to be able to be on like the first card back is really cool, and I just really appreciate it because we're waiting, we're all hoping that we can get fighting again and get back to our regular lives. And for us fighters, like we just want to fight, so it's hard when you're not able to do that. So to get on the first card back is really exciting. So I'm really appreciative of that. And they gave me the co-main event spot. So I'm like, damn, living life.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I assume it made you feel pretty special too, right? Co-main event, one of the first fighters on that first card back. Like you must feel pretty great with all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. And being on the poster is really cool too. Like I
Yeah.
at least sent it to my parents, my sister. And I'm like, guys, look at the poster. So it's
But
cool.
so I assume you expect them to, print out the poster or purchase the poster, and that's gonna have to be something that's displayed all over everyone's house, the garage, the bakery as well. Like they have to, right?
I mean, I don't know if I'll make them do it, but yeah. No, my dad was like, "You better get copies of that from me." And I was like, "Do you go print it at Staples, or do you want everybody to sign it? Like, we can get the signed one." And he was like, "Yeah, give me the sign."
Ah.
So yeah, I'll hook up my dad. I gave him one of my banners, the banner from the Madison Square Garden fight and stuff. So he's starting a little collection, which is cool.
Yeah, how is it for you having your parents sort of support you? I know some fighters that have different reactions from their parents, but it sounds like they're really behind you and sort of, I guess, fans of your career and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it took a while. I mean, I feel like most parents too like get nervous watching the loved one fight. They don't want them to get hurt. Because they see me suffer when I get an injury and I can't train and I can't work. I don't have an income. It's not like it's the safest job out there, So
Yeah.
I think for most parents, it's just that like they want their child to have stability in their income and not get injured and stuff and have to deal with that. So yeah, it took a while for them to come around, but they see that I'm at it. And it was nice to have them go to one of my fights finally, so that was really exciting last year. So yeah, no, they're very supportive now, and they helped me out. My dad helped me. Shout out to my dad yesterday, hooking me up with conditioning because I was dying in this heat.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he came and set up my air conditioner for me in like 10 minutes, and I was like, wow, it sucked.
Excellent. I mean, air conditioners is top 5, one of my favorite inventions of all time. I mean, just how great is air conditioning? So great, so important.
So great. I was dying. I could barely sleep. It was so hot, and my poor cat. I was smoking stuff for my cats. I'm like, are they okay?
So what did you do? I mean, did you have some kind of game plan, like open up the windows and hope to die a little bit less? Or, I mean, did you just have to start your weight cut in all this heat?
I had the windows open, and I had 2 fans blowing on me when I was trying to sleep. But, hey, yeah, I mean, it keeps me sweating, so I guess that's good. I have an air conditioner, so I'm sleeping good.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Shout out to Dad. Shout out to the air conditioning.
Yes.
There we go. Let's talk about your fight a little bit. We got your reaction when you found out about the fight. What about your opponent? Was this sort of the right opponent for your return? I mean, were you happy when you found out you were getting Alesha next?
Yeah, I think a lot of fans wanted to see this fight. I know I saw a lot of people commenting that they wanted this fight to happen. So here it is, guys. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a really good matchup for me. I like it because I never fought like a really good wrestler before, so I'll be able to test my skills against hers, and that's all I want to do out there is, like I said, I just want to like get better and better every time, and just continue to evolve. And so to face an opponent with really good wrestling is exciting because I never got to show that side of my game. So I'm excited for that.
And so how do you like the matchup a little bit? You mentioned sort of the wrestling. I assume in this case you sort of favor your striking in this matchup. Like, how do you like this matchup?
I like to say that I'm like a pretty well-rounded fighter, but I've really been working on my wrestling, and I'm always working on my stand-up and jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. But yeah, no, I think I definitely have an edge on her standing. And my jiu-jitsu is really good on the ground, so even if she does take me down, I feel like I can submit her down there too. So either way, where the fight is, I feel like I have, I have an advantage over her. So I'm excited to see what her game plan is to beat me, and if she can implement it. And it's going to be fun to see where this fight goes. I'm excited. It's definitely going to be a war. She always brings it, and, she's used to going decision, and she doesn't stop, and she just grinds. So, I'm going to try to finish it.
For sure. We look forward to it. It's a great fight. But before we talk a little bit more about the fight, you do have this last name, VanZandt. You are a women's MMA fighter. I assume you either get mistaken with Paige VanZandt or people ask you if you're related, even though the last name is spelled completely different. I mean, do you get stuff like that a lot?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Like, and then, she's fighting soon too. So they're like, oh, I saw that you're fighting soon. And they'll start talking about it. I'm like, I'm not in the UFC. That's me. I don't have blonde hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. As long as you take it as funny and not get annoyed, like, damn it, I'm not Paige.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm Lindsey. I mean, I like Lindsey, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just funny because it's like, guys, we have completely different names. We look completely different. So why are we getting this confused? Like, there's other, there's just like, it's just a last name, guys. Like.
Yeah. Well, it's like the John Jones. I guess it's like the gamer and the computer guy on Twitter, and that gets mistaken for the fighter too. It's like literally just do some research real quick, and that won't happen.
2 seconds and
right.
Like, I don't understand how it's so confusing.
Exactly. Listen, you mentioned the UFC a little bit with Paige VanZandt, but we found out recently that they started pulling some fighters from Invicta. There's, a little bit of chatter about the atom weight and stuff like that. As a fighter in that division concerned, in Invicta and stuff, are you sort of paying attention to that? Does that get you a little bit excited? Like, I assume it's got to be tough because you have a fight to focus on as well.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this weekend of fights. Jenny Frey versus Kay Hansen's gonna be awesome. Like, I'm totally looking forward to the fight. I love Miranda Maverick too. I'm so excited that she's in the UFC as well. Like, girls really deserve it, and it's fun to see them move up and call. So I'm excited to watch all of them do their thing. Because they're all amazing people. So and they all deserve it. So I'm excited for this weekend. But yeah, hell yeah. I mean, the atomweight champ going to the UFC. Hopefully that like, hey, you need an atomweight division. You know that win or lose, they'll see that they're missing it in there. You know.
Exactly, but what that does for you in Invicta as well is now you know there's a vacant title. Like I assume also that gets you a little bit excited too. It's like either the UFC or potentially the title fight.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, I'm focusing on this fight first, obviously, but yeah, everybody's saying that, this is like next will be the title. So, we'll see. So, yeah, I'm just focusing on this fight. If the title comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just want to keep fighting and keep getting better, and eventually I'll have that belt on me.
For sure. Does that put extra pressure on you though? Because I assume you've got all that extra chatter when at the same time it's like, listen, I need to win this fight though before anything can happen. Is it a little bit distracting, more pressure, things like that?
No, talk, so like, I listen to it, and then I go. I just stick to my game plan. I just try to stay focused. I know what I have to do and how I need to do, like what I need to do to get ready for the fight. So I just stay focused. And yeah, there's always distractions out there and stuff, but those are good distractions. Those are like motivation distractions. So.
Exactly. Listen, one last question. You're gonna hear this a million times, fans, media, literally everyone. So I'm sure you'll be ready to answer this. But how do you see this fight playing out come Invicta 40?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the finish, either a knockout or a submission. One of them. It's gonna come. I've been working so hard. I've gotten so much stronger. My technique has gotten better. I feel good, man. I don't see it going any other way. I don't go to decision. Like I said, she goes to decision, I'm gonna finish it. So usually the finish comes
Yeah,
first.
that's right. Well, there we go. Listen, it's gonna be a great fight. You know that obviously you're the one fighting in there. Listen, thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well, and it's been fun.